Clive, thank you. Hello and welcome to Look North. On the programme tonight, a family's grief. The father of a 16-year-old who died after being hit by a car in Sheffield last month shares his family's sorrow.
This bad feeling, I tell you, today, every day my family crying.
We hear their calls for improved road safety in Darnall. Also tonight, a week into the hosepipe ban, we put your questions to Yorkshire Water. We catch up with the Keighley Cougars owners who've taken rugby kits to the teams in Ukraine. And we meet North Yorkshire Police's newest recruit, the Dutch herder puppies in police dog training.
And it stays unsettled this weekend with a widespread yellow warning in force for thunderstorms. I'll have more details for you towards the end of the programme.
Hello and welcome to Friday's programme. 16-year-old Abdullah Al-Yazidi died after being hit by a car in Sheffield last month. Tonight, in an exclusive interview, we hear from his father about the impact of his loss as he pays tribute to the son he said would smile all the time. Mark Ansell has been to meet his family on the road in Darnall where he died, as they call for safety measures to be improved.
This bad feeling, I tell you, today, every day my family crying. The situation is very, very sad. My son is not only my son, he's my friend, he's my lovely, he is everything for me.
Abdullah was innocently walking along Stanforth Road in Darnall last month. Off camera, a car then collides with a cyclist and then Abdullah before driving away. He died in hospital. Abdullah's father and uncle have come back to the place where he was struck last month. Abdullah fled Yemen for Sheffield just 3 months earlier. They say he was known for his big smile.
He looked after his dad and mum and family. 3 sisters, he looked after them and make everyone happy around him. Since he came to 3 months, right until he died that day, I never see him without smiling. All the time a smiling boy.
Abdullah's uncle Saleh runs a sweet shop on the road where his nephew was hit by the car. 3 months ago, the side of the shop was driven into. He and Yasser are calling for more safety measures on Stanforth Road.
I hope my son, his last one, die in the street. I hope.
We need to do something in Darnall, at least what? You send your son to the mosque or a school or shop to shopping or to do anything. At least they come back home. We need something to protect them. Speed cameras or speed bumps.
In a statement, Sheffield City Council says the prevention of serious and fatal injuries remain our highest priority. South Yorkshire police detectives investigating Abdullah's death are trying to track down a suspect called Zain Ahmed, who's gone on the run. 3 men have been charged with murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. Mark Ansell, BBC Look North, Darnall in Sheffield.
Next tonight, the Environment Agency says Yorkshire Water was one of the top 3 worst offending companies for serious pollution incidents last year. A new report shows that the water company recorded 13 serious incidents which can harm fisheries, drinking water and human health. Yorkshire Water say that they're investing £8.3 billion over the next 5 years to cut pollution and make infrastructure fit for the future. The report comes as there is more scrutiny over the management of leaks across the network. When the hosepipe ban came into force last Friday, we shared figures from Ofwat that show that 260 million litres of water are lost in our region every day due to leaks. That's the equivalent of 48 litres per person. Well, in a moment we'll hear from Yorkshire Water, who've been responding to your questions about the ban. But first, a business in Huddersfield is having to close for months due to a burst water main at a time when we're being told to save water. They've expressed their frustrations about the impact of the leak, as Cathy Minton can explain.
Ripping apart a dream. The Playtown Cafe in Huddersfield should be celebrating. It opened almost exactly 2 years ago and was ready for the busy summer holidays with a diary booked up with birthday parties. Instead, it's a scene of devastation after a broken pipe caused it to flood.
So this is all full of water again.
Party host Chelsea discovered the flood.
It was all under the baby mats, baby toys, obviously all down here is like the baby area. It's ruined everything we have. All the shops that we have in here, they all need replacing, especially the sensory area, the baby area, everything, because they put everything in the mouth, they've got to touch everything, and it's all got to be sanitised, so we can't save anything.
If there is an upside to the situation, it's that the pipe carried the mains supply, so at least the water was clean. Yorkshire Water has apologised to the business and is offering support in its recovery.
I have been assured that we will receive compensation, which is great, but I've got staff, I need to pay their wages. In August alone, just for utilities, rent, and also a contribution to the building insurance, that alone is going to exceed £10,000. We've got no money coming in now. Wonder where we're going?
Cyprus.
Yeah.
For now, Matt's sons Bertie and Wilf are the only ones able to play here, as the business isn't expected to reopen until October. It's thought that the burst pipe was as a result of dry weather causing the earth to shift. So, for our Yorkshire Water representative in the studio, a question.
What are you guys doing to ensure that in the future, where I'm assuming we're going to have more dry weather, you're going to improve the infrastructure to stop this from happening again?
Well, Andy Shaw joins us now from Yorkshire Water to answer your questions about the hosepipe ban. So let's start with that question for Matt then. What are Yorkshire Water doing to future-proof the infrastructure?
Yeah, it's a common question we do get asked, and in terms of our investment plans, we have got sort of two main streams of work. One of them is our reduction in leakage. So we've got a significant programme of work to the tune of £16 million this year to reduce the leakage on the network. We've already made a 15% reduction over the last 5 years, but it doesn't stop there. We're going to strive to make that 12% targeted reduction over the coming 5 years. And the second stream of work is our mains replacement programme. So we're looking to replace the more susceptible mains that may leak or burst. So it's going to spend around £406 million over the next 5 years to replace those water mains, which will reduce the number of leaks, reduce the number of the bursts, and provide a more stable network for our customers.
Now, lots of our viewers have been getting in touch. Here's another one for you. Christine from Bradford asks, can she water her lawn as new grass seeds have just been put down?
So what we would say there is, for watering gardens, a hose pipe is not allowed. So please use an alternative container such as a watering can or a bucket for that purpose, please.
Paul's question is on a similar theme. Why can golf courses water their greens but people can't water their gardens?
Yeah, it's a good challenge, as we see a lot of golf courses using water to water their sort of the course itself. Now, there are businesses that are exempt from the restrictions currently, and if your business requires the use of a hosepipe or sprinkler for commercial purposes, then they are also exempt from the current restrictions. So particularly if it's a health and safety issue as well. So providing a safe golf course by the means of watering it is currently acceptable.
OK, Lynn's been in touch. Do you think we are building too many new houses for the reservoirs that we have? Are you going to be building new reservoirs to keep up with this increasing demand?
So the building of new reservoirs is an option that we do look at as part of our longer term water resource management planning. So every 5 years we'll review that. We look ahead sort of to the next 40 to 50 years, and we take into account a number of considerations. As mentioned by your viewer there, new homes, the population is increasing. So we look at what our required supply is required over the coming years. One option is a building of a new reservoir, but here at Yorkshire Water currently we don't see that as the most economic solution for our customers' money. We've decided instead to focus on reducing leakage, increasing mains replacement, but we're also investing in new groundwater borehole sources as well. So we've got 2 new sources that we'll be building over the next 5 years, which will help supply customers and the new homes that are being built.
And one final question, how much water has been saved by the hosepipe ban compared to how much water is being lost through current leaks?
So if we just take the last weekend that's just gone, so since the hosepipe restrictions were put into place last Friday, we obviously saw quite a significant heat wave here in Yorkshire over the weekend following that. And what we've done, we've reviewed the demand that we saw on the network this weekend just gone and compared it to previous heat waves last month. And what we've seen through the brilliant response from our customers is the fact that we've actually reduced the demand on the network. So we've probably saved around 180 million litres of additional water supply through the fact that we've put these restrictions in place, which is a massive, really big win. And so a massive thank you to all of our customers who've sort of adhered to the restrictions and are acting in the spirit of what they're intended to do.
Yeah, well, let's hope we continue to head in the right direction. We'll have to leave it there. Andy, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Trains between Leeds and York have been cancelled after a crash that left a car overturned on railway tracks in Harrogate. Images from the scene showed a vehicle overturned on railway tracks underneath a bridge at York Place. The road has been closed along with stray rain. National Rail Services said services between Horsforth and Harrogate would not run, with the disruption expected until the end of the day. Now it's that time of the evening. Sally is here with all the sport. It's all yours, Sally.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Yeah, we're going to start with an update on the golf for you. And on day 2 of the Open, Sheffield's Matt Fitzpatrick is going even better than yesterday. He started amongst the leaders on 4 under par and managed 4 birdies in his first 7 holes today. More than halfway through his second round, Fitzpatrick has taken the lead and in the last few minutes was 2 shots clear at 10 under par. He is aiming to become the first Englishman to win the Claret Jug since Sir Nick Faldo in 1992. There'll be extended highlights of the final round on Sunday night on BBC Two. Could be well worth watching. Now, in case you missed it, 2 players from Yorkshire helped England to an incredible comeback win in their Women's Euros quarter-final last night. Beth Mead from Whitby and Esme Morgan from Sheffield both came on as substitutes as England were losing 2-0 to Sweden. Beth got the assist for this goal as Michelle Aguiman made it 2-2. And then the Lionesses won one of the most dramatic penalty shootouts you will ever see. England now face Italy in the semi-final on Tuesday night. Quite something, wasn't it? Now, at the end of what has not been a great week for Sheffield Wednesday fans, Hillsborough's North Stand could still face closure at the start of the new season. Minutes of a safety meeting seen by BBC Yorkshire say that there is no reassurance that the North Stand is safe because of corrosion in the roof structure. The stadium needs a safety certificate before it can accommodate fans. Sheffield City Council say no decision has been made as to whether one can be issued. The club and council are expected to update fans on the situation in the coming days. Now, the former world #1 squash player, Harrogate's James Willstrop, is swapping sport for theatre as he prepares to take his solo show to the Edinburgh Fringe in August. It's a musical about how one man's obsessive dedication to sport almost drives away those he loves the most, and it is largely biographical. I've been talking to James at rehearsals in York.
For more than 20 years, James Willstrop was at the top of his game. World #1, 7 times Commonwealth medalist, including gold in doubles at the Birmingham Games in 2022.
Oh, they've done it! They've done it! Unbelievable drama!
And now he's performing under pressure again in his brand new one-man show at the Edinburgh Fringe.
An athlete at the top of my game, going into battle.
The story is real and true, but it's looking at essentially the push and pull between being a father and being a champion, I guess, and the problems that my mentality caused. Because I had to train so hard, I had to be so good, so dedicated, should I say, to get to that level, and you lose sight a little bit of what actually can really matter.
Keep pushing. Every movement is another notch forward to betterment, to success.
The show centres on James' determination to become world champion at the same time as his partner Vanessa Atkinson, also a former world #1 squash player, wanted to have a child.
Were you being selfish, would you say?
Yes, 100%. Sport is important to a lot of us. You know, it's a wonderful thing, is sport, for kids, for all of us, and competition, and that's how a lot of us are wired to be. but it got a bit unhealthy, and I kind of regret that sometimes. I think it could have been more balanced, but then maybe I wouldn't have reached the levels that I did, or maybe I would. James, love, what time is more valuable than that spent nurturing a child?
Ultimately, James and Vanessa went on to have 2 boys, both inheriting the squash-playing genes.
All right, love all, best of 5 games.
Do you think you've got the balance right now?
Yeah, I think so. You know, if it's like, right, I've worked too much here, it's time to spend time with them, then I think I've got a bit better at making that call.
Are you nervous about doing this show?
So nervous, yeah. Yeah, so nervous. I don't know, you know, you wake up and you think, what am I doing? Like, and all the doubts come in and you think, gosh, I mean, it's the ultimate in being self-indulgent, isn't it? And like, how obsessed with yourself can you be? But I think, you know, I'm trying to be light with it and hopefully share it.
The show runs at the Edinburgh Fringe for 2 weeks in August, with a preview in York on the 28th of July.
The multi-talented James Willstrop there.
There's no end to his talents. And when he was describing those nerves and what am I doing, it reminds me a bit of live television, eh, Sally? And sitting in front of these cameras every night.
We don't have to sing, thankfully.
No, absolutely. Right, well, sticking with the sporting theme, and the owners of the Keighley Cougars have just returned from a trip to Ukraine, delivering rugby kits to players there. It's after seeing an appeal from the manager of the Ukrainian national team. Ryan and Cowie joined us in the studio just a little earlier.
15 hours there and 15 hours back. It was a long journey. It was tiring. I think we've slept for one night since Monday, so it's been a long, tiring journey. But it was absolutely totally worthwhile, and I'd do it all again.
Tell me about the reaction. You took those kits over there to the club. What was the reaction like?
I think they were really shocked that 2 guys that heard about their story and wanting to come all the way from England, you know, the dangerous journey really there and the reality that they live, and 2 guys that just decided to pack their suitcase full of kit and 80 kilos of clothing, crossing the border and reaching out to say, look, we are doing something here to help. I think they were really surprised and really thankful, really appreciative of us. So that was rewarding to see. Once you have given those things to those kids, I think it mattered a lot.
You did get the feeling from them that they did feel as though nobody really paid attention to them, and us coming out there, they were just really thrilled. They felt that people were caring, and I think that mattered more to them than anything really. And they were just so grateful that these people had come and were gifting these kits, which they were desperate for. And it was just it was a very emotional experience in many ways.
I'm going to say it's one of these things to see an appeal and think, oh, I'd really like to help, but to go from actually saying it to actually doing it, getting on a plane and a bus to go over there. I mean, it's fantastic work that you did. And these kits, it's not just about the practicalities, is it? When you've got a proper kit, it psychologically uplifts you, doesn't it?
Oh, the kids that we saw on the training session on, I don't know what Dale's now, but it was a couple of days ago, they were so excited. They were getting them out, trying them on, swapping with their friend and all the rest of it. And it was, I just sat there and I just watched it, and you could just see the sort of pressure of their daily lives had gone in that moment. They were just excited, seeing the design, seeing their logo, seeing the Ukraine trident on the shirt, and it was you could just feel the tension lifting from them. I mean, all these kids' fathers are on the front line. They haven't seen their fathers for months and months. They'll go to bed at night wondering, is my dad going to ever come back, kind of thing. And to be there and just to give them something that for us is very little, but just for them was so much. It was just, they inspired me, and I just want to do more and more, whatever I can for them. I'm
going to say this is a relationship that's going to continue, isn't it?
Hopefully. So we want to do more things, just being there with them and seeing their resilience. We asked some of the kids how they feel like their lives are affected by what's happening in the country, and they are very aware that they live that reality every single day. So they said, look, communication with my father, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. We understand that they are fighting for our country, so there is a sense of pride that in what they are doing, and we want to perhaps bring some of those kids here to Keighley and give them an experience that they probably dream about going abroad.
We would love to follow that journey as well if you bring the children over here. Definitely. Will you come back and tell us about that?
Absolutely. It's already in motion. We've reached out to our main sponsor, Race Printing Keighley, and they're going to fund the trip for a minimum of 10 kids to come over for a week. And Robbie Moore, our local MP, who's always supportive of the club, is trying to expedite the visa process for them. So fingers crossed we'll have the kids over in the next 2 months, hopefully.
Amazing. Watch this space. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in and sharing your story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, making such a difference there. Now, Bradford is a melting pot of cultures, and in its UK City of Culture offering, we're getting a deeper look into its Ukrainian and Polish community. A new exhibition brings stories from post-war Europe going all the way back to the 1940s. Arzu Dutta has been at the loading bay in Bradford.
Meet Barbara. Both of her parents were from Krakow and ended up as orphans in the war.
This is a little girl who they had befriended, and some of the stories, he wrote some children's books and he wrote them about her.
Barbara's family archive is now on display at this exhibition, which holds a magnifying glass into the lives of the Ukrainian and Polish communities that migrated to Bradford.
It's lovely to see it here, and the feeling I get when other people comment on it, it's quite amazing.
Some of the oldest pictures in the collection date back to the 1940s. For co-creator Tim Smith, it was important that these stories didn't get lost.
These stories aren't generally known by the wider community, but doing this project with the Poles and the Ukrainians together made me realise that those two communities have an awful lot in common. But also the stories that they tell also have a lot of resonance for other communities in Bradford.
Bradford was once home to the largest number of Ukrainians in Western Europe. This front room takes Arisha back to her childhood. It brings in traditional decor from both Polish and Ukrainian heritages.
Proud that I'm Ukrainian, but really pleased that we haven't been forgotten, because very often it does feel as if we have been. And the fact that Tim has put a lot of effort into creating this room, and he's got it perfect.
The exhibition displays the parallels between Ukrainian and Polish community life, and right here at the loading bay, they are joined by the past and the present. Arzu Dutta, BBC Look North, Bradford.
Now take a look at these gorgeous little guys. North Yorkshire Police have started training their two newest recruits this week, a pair of Dutch herder puppies. But don't be fooled by the big ears and the waggy tails. These little pups are on their way to becoming fully licensed police dogs that can track down criminals and bite on demand. But let's just say they're taking a relaxed approach to their training at the moment, as Nicola Rees reports.
Psst. Psst. Come on. Giving their boss the runaround. Meet the newest recruits at North Yorkshire Police. Here we go. These Dutch herder pups will soon be highly focused, obedient police assets. There's just a bit of work to do to get them up to speed. Come on, kids.
We'll be exposing them to as much environmental work as possible. So things that we often take for granted: shiny floors, rotating doors, busy streets, high streets, traffic, loud bangs, livestock, for instance.
Don't be fooled by the waggy tail and big ears. Sergeant Gareth Gummerson says this little goofball will soon grow in size and expertise.
He will certainly have a presence about him. He will be trained to bite, chase and detain people. He's already doing his bite training now, as you can see. Yeah, ultimately the dog is safe, the dog is under control, but they are trained for a certain purpose. Obviously chase and detain and keep people safe.
The dogs will also learn how to search buildings and protect vulnerable people. And they're special for another reason too. They've been named by the family of PC Rosie Pryor, a much-loved colleague who was killed on a roadside recently while trying to help a motorist.
Thought it was prudent really to ask the family if they would like to name the dogs so Rosie's legacy could live on. Rosie's two boys have named the dogs that we have before us, Maximus and Zeus.
Hey, we got there! Woo!
Maximus has a white crest across his chest. He's the quiet, shy one at the minute, whereas Zeus is more boisterous, let's say.
Oh, hello, mister. Oh.
I think he's a little bit bigger than Maximus, if I'm honest. He certainly weighs a little bit more. So yeah, this is Zeus.
The dogs will be operational in 12 months' time, ready to support officers in dangerous situations.
When the results actually come in and you've either got a vulnerable missing person that's now located safe from harm, or we have detected a crime on the back of a dog tracking, there's no better feeling than the time invested in developing a pup to then going out and getting those results. It's a great feeling.
The training will soon intensify, but for now, focus is very much on being a pup.
Thank you. No chewing wires.
Something that these two have down to a T. Nicola Rees, BBC Look North, Northallerton.
Oh, aren't they gorgeous, and perfect names too. Well done, boys. Now, on to the weather prospects. Katerina is here.
Hello.
I hardly dare ask you how it's looking this weekend.
Oh my goodness, very unsettled. I think Saturday's going to be the worst day. We've got a lot of rain on the way in the short space of time, some thunderstorms as well, and a weather warning. But I'll come on to that in just a second. Let me show you some pictures, Amanda, that were sent in today. So at times, there's been quite a bit of cloud around. Really great photo here sent in from Bradfield, but there has been some sunshine on the way. Oh, there has been some sunshine out there today. Rolly, I was going to say Brolly. I'm thinking about all that rain on the way. Rolly sent in this lovely photo of some sunny spells in Scarborough. So yeah, there has been some sunshine. There's also some sunshine out there at the minute. It's really brightened up for us quite nicely. So thank you, as always, sending in your pictures. If you'd like your picture on the telly, you can send it in to us via social media, or you can head straight to the Weather Watchers website. So yes, turning unsettled tonight, and also tomorrow we have this widespread yellow warning in force for thunderstorms. Where's all that rain coming from? It's this thundery plume that's going to pull in from the south, bringing widespread thundery rain tomorrow, then followed by an area of low pressure that's going to pull in from the west. So it looks like Sunday is going to stay quite showery, but it should be a much drier and brighter day for us as we head into next week. So this evening, a few showers. Those will clear out to the North Sea. It's going to be dry and clear for a time before further thunderstorms will start to pull in from the south. The greens indicate the most intense ones, and temperatures will fall away to around 14 or 15 degrees. So your next high waters, we've got Scarborough at 11:14 tomorrow morning, and then Filey at 11:26. So this is the rain that's going to pull in from the south. It's a widespread area of thundery rain. There could be some torrential downpours, so a lot of rain expected in a very short space of time, followed by some showers. Again, some of these to follow may be heavy and thundery. Temperatures tomorrow around 20 to 21 degrees, a much cooler day. And then Sunday looks to be showery still. Again, there is the risk some of those showers could fall heavy with a few rumbles of thunder. And then as we head into Monday, a bit of a respite there. It should be a much drier and brighter day, and temperatures in the low 20s. Amanda?
Is there any chance you could be completely wrong?
No.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Katerina. That's it from us. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye.